Hello everyone, good to have you all back at the studio. Today I want to talk a little bit about abstract art that you have over here and representational realism type of art that you have here. Of course that would encompass a landscape artist or a still life artist or a portrait artist. Over here, of course, you all know what the abstract artist is doing. And a lot of times these are two divergent disciplines and two divergent skills which you'll have. But what you can do to create new works or start to let your work evolve from the two separate disciplines, you could diverge and merge the principles of both the abstract art, the realistic art, down into something called abstract realism, which opens up a wealth of opportunity in image creation and new artworks for your satisfaction and for your portfolio. So to better describe what I'm saying, let me show you some examples. So abstract realism that I'm trying to outline here is basically what I've done in this piece is I've taken that shape of a head, but I've superimposed or I've organically drawn from its beginning a lot of my abstract shapes, but I'm merging those down into a head form. And then on top of it, I'm throwing in some symbolism in a subject matter to convey to the audience. And so I kind of on this one focused on what is the pineal gland. And that gland in current literature now is being defined as one of the houses or seats of the spirit and sense of well-being and all kinds of cosmic revelations. And you probably see comments about it that fluoride that's in our toothpaste is suppressing or killing off the abilities of this gland. So I threw it in there, but you know, I still use toothpaste with fluoride, and I don't think it's hurt my imagination. So that's one example. Here's another example, and this one I kind of hit a wall. It's once again another head, and I was trying to superimpose a city on here or morph this head into a type of a city symbolic graphic and show the humanist side of a city, or how cities I think that are somewhat of a human form. They're a living form, they're a life form, a city. So I might come back to this, but this is just to show you another form of abstract realism. But then I took it further, and this is a more successful piece, a little bigger, and you can see this is a head as well. And I live here in New York City, so I try to morph the impressions of the city that I've had for almost 3 decades into here. And you can kind of see it's actually the Riverside Drive, Henry Hudson Parkway, weaving through here, the subway system, the transit system, and I'm showing a little bit of the different periods of architecture in my own symbolic way. And this, you know, will need more work, but I see these in bigger pieces, and they could be a lot of fun. And you can see that merging them with my fluid organic shapes that take on plant forms or biological form. So that's another object of abstract realism. But the thing is, to always understand, you want to take 1 to 3 disparate parts of imagery or something feeding you, and you always want to merge these down to create an abstraction. And I think that'll be helpful in creating new volumes of work. and just finding new solutions to create a new personal style. It's something that will just activate the imagination. I love it when I'm bored or I've hit a wall, as I start thinking about combining the natural world I'm living in with the abstract world. So I want to show you as I work on this bigger piece here in a hyperlapse, so you can see kind of the direction I go in. But I also want to thank you all for your subscriptions to the channel, and I hope that you're enjoying the content I'm showing you. And if you do, I would always appreciate a like or another new subscription. And I hope to produce more detailed, what do you call it, tutorials or talks like this. So stand by and let me show you the next step.